Hi, I'm Laura Marks, forest ecologist for the Nature Conservancy. Welcome to Forest Carbon 101. You've probably heard that trees store carbon, but what does that mean? How much carbon is in a tree like this in the forest, or in a tree near your office, or in your yard? And how does the amount of carbon in here compare to the amount of carbon that you emit when you drive your car or use energy for your house? Well, that's what we're about to find out. For the past probably 60 to 90 years, this tree has been sequestering carbon. So it started as a tiny acorn, and for all those years it's been taking carbon dioxide from the air, keeping the carbon and putting it into wood, and releasing the oxygen. We're going to see how much carbon it's stored in that time, and then what that means compared to what you might emit in your daily life. So this red oak is tree 39 in plot 2390 in Wells State Park in Massachusetts. And foresters have been measuring this tree for the past 50 years. When they first measured the diameter of it, they were probably mostly interested in the timber value of this tree. But now we've added a new value, carbon. At this point, this red oak is 18 inches in diameter. And because other scientists have done the work of cutting down trees and weighing them, we know that an 18-inch diameter red oak has about 1,600 pounds of carbon in it. That's the equivalent of almost 3 tons of carbon dioxide. To put that into perspective, when you drive a medium-sized car 2,500 miles, you're releasing a ton of carbon dioxide. So if you have a 50-mile round-trip commute, after 30 weeks, your medium-sized car and the amount of carbon that's in this tree have canceled each other out. And now we're looking at a deficit of carbon dioxide. That deficit is one reason why it's so important for all of us to reduce our emissions, use less fossil fuels, and make sure that those we do use, we use the most efficiently. But before you get too discouraged, keep in mind that this tree isn't going anywhere. Every year, this red oak is sequestering carbon, and a tree like this could easily live for 200, 300, or if it's really lucky, 500 years. And then there are lots of trees like this oak in the forest. An acre of forest can sequester more than a ton of carbon dioxide every single year. Imagine all those acres put together, and now imagine an entire rainforest. Forests are one of the best and most efficient ways that we have to take carbon dioxide out of the air and store the carbon. So we have to do our part with reducing emissions, but the more forests like this we have, the more the trees can help us out as well.